se escuche ese ruido, que se escuche ese ruido. Let me hear you make some noise. Let me hear you make some noise. Aga Ruidoo. Aga Ruidoo.
How's it going, everybody? Welcome back to Aga Ruidoo. I'm Tony Aga, your host.
And I am Ina, your co-host. And today we have a very, very special guest in the house. We have the one and only beautiful Berenice Ambris.
Welcome
back.
man.
I know, it seems like forever.
It's been forever.
But thank you so much for having me on here.
No,
It's always
thank
an
you.
honor to be on here.
We love having you. You're a great pleasure to have always.
Always,
Thank
man.
you.
Always.
How you been?
Actually, I think it was like a year ago since I had been on here.
Yeah,
I think
right.
I think honestly, I'm not gonna lie. After you dropped your beats, your bars on Instagram, I had to go back and be like,
Dude,
let me see
you
what
wrote
they've been
me.
up
Yeah,
to.
you wrote me.
And I took a look at the podcast, and I was like, I look back at mine, and I'm just
Yeah.
like, oh my god, like it's been a while.
You were nervous.
I really was.
Yeah.
Honestly, if you take a look at the first little baby clip at the
Mhm.
beginning, I'm like,
You took a big old
I was
swallow.
like, how did nobody catch that? Because like I was so scared. I was nervous. I'm not gonna lie.
You could have fooled me because I couldn't tell until I played it back. I was like, okay, my girl was nervous.
I was like,
This time you're like a lot more chill coming in. I was like, yes.
Yeah, you're glowing. You're
Well,
glowing.
thank
Is that a
you,
good? Is
thank
that a
you.
good
Yes,
compliment?
yes,
glowing,
you're very.
Thank
You look
you.
very
Yeah.
beautiful today.
yeah, I
Yeah.
appreciate it.
And I'm sorry that we had to reschedule so many damn times. We were rescheduling so many times.
I cannot tell you how many times I had to reschedule this.
No,
I
you're
felt so bad.
No,
because
don't
it's
feel
like
bad.
No.
my body was just not cooperating with me. It's like I would get good and then I
Mhm.
would just not feel good. I don't know if it's because I had switched my diet again because I'm trying to work out and trying
Right.
to eat healthy and stuff like that. So it's like I had to switch my whole diet, and I've noticed that whenever I switch my diet, I do tend to break out, and it's just not a good feeling at all. But you know, I'm blessed to say that I'm
Right.
feeling better. So
And
here
now
we
we're
are.
here.
Right? No,
Yes.
it's good. And then we're supposed to shoot Sunday, right?
Yeah.
And when you cancel, I was like, I can prepare for the following couple
Yes,
of days.
yes.
No, it's all right timing. It's all good time. You can't force these things.
Yeah.
If you force them, I feel like the interview won't be.
It won't be natural.
Exactly.
You know?
It won't be
So
fun.
I love having you back. And I recently seen that you went to go visit your parents out of town.
Oh my God.
How
yes.
was that?
Honestly, I had been like 3 years since I hadn't visited them, and
Mhm.
I felt really bad. I couldn't ever get time just because of work, my modeling, and everything else like that. It is a bit harder when you have a 9 to 5 job to ask for days off. I think everybody knows this. It does tend to be a bit harder. So I had to wait a whole year before I could even visit them to have pay time off.
Right.
But I finally said, you know what? Like this, a 4-day weekend is coming up. My job allowed 4 days for
Wow.
everybody to take off for 4th of July.
Okay.
So I was like, you know what? Let me just go book my my
Ticket?
flight and just head on out because like I hadn't seen them in so long.
That is crazy.
I know. Seeing my mom cry was just
I
Bro,
know.
you made us
heartbreaking.
cry.
You made me cry when I seen the little
Yeah.
reel. I was like, oh my God, that was so
Yeah.
sweet.
Yeah,
And your mom looked so happy to see you.
And she was. She's
Aw.
like, no dejes tanto tiempo de verme. And I'm just like,
Yeah.
I'm so sorry. Like, I did not mean that at all.
Yeah,
Like,
it's like if you don't mean it, time just like it just takes a hold of you. You know that you just
Exactly.
passes by so fast.
Exactly.
Oh my gosh.
But we're glad you got to see your parents. And where are they staying at now? Or if you don't mind.
Yeah, they for everybody that knows, I'm pretty sure if I've ever talked to you, you know that I lived in Minnesota for 15 years. Sophomore year was when we moved back to Florida, and then of course from here they stayed in Minnesota or whatever.
Right.
They had to go back, unfortunately, due to personal reasons, but they had to go back. But yeah, it's been difficult because I'm still over here chasing my dream,
Right,
you know.
right.
So it's like, do I just go back and be with my parents, or do I follow a dream to offer them something better? You know,
Right.
Man, that's
So
awesome.
it's a sacrifice.
Yeah, it's a
That's
sacrifice,
awesome.
but it's a good sacrifice, you know. And at the end, it's all gonna pay off because I've been seeing, girl, you've been hitting that modeling
here we go.
stuff. I've
Yeah,
seen
man,
it,
that's crazy.
and as many of you guys know, she is an upcoming model. She's a very beautiful model. If you haven't
Thank
followed her,
you.
see her on
Thank you.
Instagram.
So, do you like Minnesota better or Florida better?
Yeah.
Honestly, I like the fact that Minnesota Florida you can actually see the seasons. So you can
Oh,
actually
okay,
see
Okay.
summer, autumn, like winter, like
See, that's
spring,
beautiful.
and I absolutely love that. Here in Florida, I feel like it is a bit more of just a steady, like just
Hot.
heat, hot,
Damn
Hot
hot.
and hurricanes.
It's so damn hot. We got a hurricane. We got a tropical storm this weekend.
Oh my god, I heard about
Yeah,
that.
yeah. It's-
Girl,
this-
today,
yeah.
right? Today on break, I went on to Walmart and I told him because I totally forgot about it. And I was like, dude, Walmart is packed and people had tons of waters. And he goes, you know, a storm's hitting us. I was like, oh, I didn't know.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, I pray for everybody. So you know,
Yes.
if you're watching this, we made it alive.
They uploaded next week. Here
Right.
it goes.
Right.
Yes, but it's really very tragic. You know, hopefully everything turns out good. The reason how I ended up finding out is because I was at work, and obviously I work for insurance, so we're there trying to bind policies, and a lot of the
Oh,
companies
yeah.
blocked it due to the storm.
Damn.
It's like we couldn't bind anybody most of the time, so it's like. Oh, Lord, like we
man.
want to protect you, we want to like
Right.
you know have you covered, but unfortunately due to the storm, it's a bit more
Right.
difficult.
Dang. Because it
Yeah.
does take a lot more, right? Because you're all barely
Exactly.
putting them onto the policy. Todo eso.
Yes.
Oh my gosh.
So have you listened to any good music lately? Any?
To be honest, I don't know why I've been so caught up on like the new like, and I think I have to say this only because like I had recently went to Grupo Firme concert,
Okay.
and I don't know what it was. It just sparked this like listening back to like
Your inner Mexican.
your inner
Yes.
Mexican. Yes, exactly.
Yes. Yes.
I don't know what it was, but it brought me back to my youth when I was around 13 to 15 and 16, when I would be getting ready in my room, Mexican music, banda
Yes.
and banda recodo and all these
Yes.
people. Like that was totally me. After that concert, I've just been listening to all these like Mexican artists, so Grupo Adverso, the Fuerza Rígida, the Grupo Firme,
Right.
like. All this stuff. I'm just like, oh my god, my inner Mexican's coming back
It's coming
out.
out,
Like,
guys.
hello.
Yeah, that's how you were, right?
Right.
Yeah, she used to listen to like Ashanti, Ja Rule, J Lo. Back in the
That's
day.
back then.
Man, she got a little brown daddy right here, bro.
No.
It was, oh my God, Rocodo, Banda Rocodo, and
Yeah, but my mom
Bananes.
and them would also listen to like a lot of like norteños, like Ramon Ayala, Bobby Pulido, and stuff
yeah.
like that I would listen to. So when I
We're
got
two
with
different
him,
Mexicans. We're not the same type of
when I
Mexicans.
got with
I
him,
love
it was
it.
like different, and I was like, okay, what's this? So it hit. I like it better.
Yeah,
You know?
man, that's one thing. I wish we would have went to the Grupo Firme. We're a big Grupo Firme fans,
Yeah.
and they're playing, and what was it, Sun City?
Yeah.
They were playing at a restaurant. They played for a whole hour performing for the people there.
Oh Jesus.
And we didn't go, and we're like just so bummed out. Just you got kids and you got work, and it's
Yeah,
kind of hard to like,
exactly.
But speaking of music, Fuerza Regida's new album came out.
Oh,
Have you heard
yeah.
it? The new one? Pero no
To
te
be
enamores?
honest, I haven't really heard the new album. But I did see that a lot of people went to that concert. I was
Yes.
kind of a little bit jealous because I was supposed to go with my friends. But of course she also has children, so she's like, I'm sorry, girl. She's like, I can't find a babysitter, so it's like, oh no, I get it.
Right. Yeah. But it's
Yeah.
like,
Yes, and
yeah.
it's like, oh man, I wanted to go.
Yeah,
Yes.
we were bummed
We
out.
were bummed
had
out
work.
too because we had to work in Ocala. We had a Sweet 15 that we had to do, so it was
Yeah.
like, and I always kept going on. I stopped going through Instagram and Snapchat and stuff because everybody was posting that they were there. I was like, you know what? Let me just log out.
Right.
It makes me depressed.
I don't need to see y'all.
Right.
It was it looked like a fucking great show.
Yeah.
It looked like one of their best shows ever. And now they're getting a lot of backlash for their new album that just dropped. A lot of people, it's not a corrido album. It's more like a Brazilian funk.
It's like a
dirty
techno
corrido.
album.
I heard.
I mean, I'm gonna be honest. I think it's a good album, but I think, like they say, like if it ain't broke,
Don't fix
don't
it.
fix it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I feel like maybe if they would have stuck to that corrido and probably added like one or two, like maybe a corrido, the techno stuff, and just mix it up a little bit. But yeah, Fuerza Regia, they're doing their thing right now. Shout out to them right now as well.
How do you feel
Yeah.
about the? Oh, you said you haven't heard it, right?
Yeah, I haven't heard it, but I always feel like artists should, just try different music because you just never know. You never know. It might be that maybe this one does hit.
Right.
So I feel like allowing yourself to try different things and kind of like, the only reason the only way you're going to know if you do something good is if you fail, like you have to be able to fail to be able to succeed in anything.
Those are bars right there. Those are bars right there. No, that's it's true. You gotta feel, right?
You
have
do.
to.
gotta feel.
You
That's
do.
that's
You have
part of the
to.
journey.
And I think, well, I heard a little bit of songs here and there. The songs that heard, I liked it. Like,
Oh, really?
I felt like he did come out of his comfort zone, yes, but if you're open to music and you actually
Exactly.
listen to the things that he does say in some of them, it's like, okay, my man got bars.
And,
You know what I'm
and,
saying?
and if you're a real
It's
true
like,
fan,
yeah,
you're gonna support him no matter
right.
what.
Regardless.
If you're
regardless.
like, I supported it. I think it's good. I mean, I wish we did have a corrido there.
Right. I wish it was a
But-
corrido here
but,
every now and then.
And but hopefully everything turns out great for them as well.
Exactly.
And I also heard that you adopted or you have a new puppy.
A new fur baby?
I do. Yes, her name is Ani.
Oh, wow.
Yes, it wasn't a very like easy choice to make, because of course I do have a very busy schedule.
Right.
But of course I still managed to do it, and there she is. She's growing. But yeah, of course I feel like having a fur baby just heals parts of you that you didn't even know needed healing sometimes.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know what it is or what it was, but it's like I was in a broken like state of mind, I guess you can say. Once I had her, it's like, oh my God, like
She brought you back to life.
yeah, like
Yeah.
they do. I feel like they do stuff that you can't even imagine. Like, she'll sometimes, if I leave the bathroom open, she'll go in there and grab a toilet paper,
Yeah.
and she'll just like put it all over if she can reach it. I'm just like, how?
Why?
Like, ma'am, no, like, we're not doing this today, please.
It's like having a child.
Yeah, and it's
Yeah.
like, what? Or like that other time I had her holding just like right here, and I was getting her food prepared, and she gets very excited for food. I'm just like, yeah, I get excited for food too. Like,
That's
yes,
how y'all
ma'am.
connect.
Right. That's how we connect right here. I was holding her, and I actually was trying to pour her little like food, and I had to soak it in water because she was still a puppy. So basically, she reached over for it, like trying to get it, and she spilled everything, and I was just like, I'm gonna be late for work.
Oh, you were
Let's
doing
get
this
it
before
together.
going to
Yes,
work? Oh, my
because I have to
goodness.
wake up at 5 a.m. to feed her, so it's like, here we go again.
How old is she right now?
She's like 15 weeks.
Okay, and for everybody,
wow.
what kind of puppy is she?
She is a Frenchie. Yeah, she's a gray one.
Oh.
Damn, they're beautiful.
You should have brought her so we could have had her on the
I
pod.
should
Should've brought her.
have,
Yeah, what-
but she's a little wild sometimes when I bring her in the car.
Should have been the first puppy on the pod. Right?
Right, that would have been so
Yes.
cute.
That would've been dope. Yeah, we did a photo shoot here not too long ago, and someone asked us, "Can we bring our dog?" I was like, "Yeah." Have you ever shot a dog before? No. I'm
But we'll try.
We'll try.
The dog
was-
listened.
Yeah.
The dog
was like this.
listened.
It was like super trained, right? It was
Right.
a small furry
I was
dog.
like, and what was her name? Coco. I was like, Coco, and I would just she like, and I would just snap the photo. It's
so
so cute.
cute.
Yeah, it's so cute.
Oh my!
Are you prepared for the hurricane? The tropical storm?
To be honest, no.
No, you're a true Florida,
I just say just how it goes, you know.
Yeah.
Best luck to everybody. But
Yes, yes,
yeah,
yes,
I don't
yes.
really prepare too much for it. I think I should sometimes because you just never know. you
Yeah.
know? It's better safe than
Than
sorry,
sorry.
or whatever. But
Right.
of course,
So- God forbid if something was to happen. Are you able to swim? Are you a good swimmer?
oh no.
Oh my God. I'm sorry I asked that.
The
but
way she looked at
Yeah.
me, she was so scared.
Like, oh no, Jesus! There better be like a boat floating around or something for me to
girl.
hop into it. Because there ain't no way. I'm sorry.
Yeah. Well, I'm not a good swimmer. I start panicking after a while. I panic.
yeah.
You know, I had a near death experience. So I panic. I'll be out there and then I think I'm dying. Like
Oh my god.
He just freaks out. I'm like, calm down,
at the theme
dude.
parks, bro. At Volcano Bay, right?
Yeah. Yes.
I'll be freaking out.
No
and
way.
like
I need to hear the
Berenice,
story.
girl.
I need to.
She's like,
Con lujo y detalle. I'm sorry,
oh
but
my
like I
gosh.
need to hear
Dude,
this one.
Nina's like, hey babe, let's go to the deep and swim. And I was like, yeah, sure. Like, let's fucking swim to the deep. Like, I didn't fucking almost drown when I was a kid. And I was like, yeah, let's go. So she swims. She's little, so she got smaller feet and better pedals.
He said, "Oh no, she's like she's
And
little."
by the time that I'm getting there and I get to like, dude, I swim, and then for a moment I pause and I float, and then I swim, float. By the time that I get to the edge of the deep area, I'm like,
She's
It was literally
she's
like
like,
that. I'm like,
she's like, are you ready to go back? I said, no. I was like, I gotta breathe, man. I gotta breathe. But that's something I really want to work on. That's one of my goals for 2025 to become a better swimmer. Because that's why I tell everybody I'm not a strong swimmer.
No.
oh
you know.
my gosh.
And for our people, we should be the best swimmers. You know.
Oh my gosh.
Oh.
He's so dumb.
He's like, we should be experts
Oh
in this
my
department. I'm
gosh.
sorry.
And talking about 2024, it's already coming to an end. How do you feel?
Yes,
Like, have you, okay, so from when you first started, like last year when you did your little goals and stuff, did you get to
Yeah.
halfway to where you wanted to, or is there still more que falta?
I feel like we always have room to grow.
Yes, all the time.
Damn,
I
that's a
just-
dope answer. That
Yes.
was a good answer.
I feel like, you know, regardless of whether you have your goals already set, there's still room to like achieve a lot more other goals.
Right.
As far as right now, I feel like I have accomplished my goal that I had of reaching 100K
Girl.
followers
man,
on
congrats.
Instagram.
High five, girl. Yes.
High
I
five.
love that.
Man, that's good.
That was one of my goals that I had. Honestly, I didn't think it was gonna happen. I
Right.
don't know why, but I was like, you know what, I'm gonna just go with the flow. But I did reach that goal. As far as obviously looking for a better job, I achieved that as well.
Yes.
So it's like
Congrats,
just like the few wins, I was like, you know what, like goals are possible to accomplish. Here we
Yeah.
go. Let's just keep going. Of course, I feel like I would have to revise because I always do like on the back of my agenda, I always have like goals for 2023, goals for 2024.
Okay.
And I have them in like little bubbles. Obviously next year, I feel like I would have to revise it and take a look at it
Right.
and be like, you know what goals I'll toss out and what other goals do I want to accomplish this year?
Right.
And, you know,
like
go
the
as it
achievable
is.
goals that you know you can be
Exactly.
able to do, because tampoco you want to set yourself so high and then you not want to reach those, because like you said, it's the little things,
It's the
little
little
things
things,
that are
yes.
that's what I always tell him, because he's always so hard on himself all the time.
Aw.
He's like, I could
Fat
do
ass.
better, I could do this. I'm like, dude, I'm like, the little wins,
The little
the
ones.
little
Yes,
wins,
that's true. And,
you know?
and I've been doing that more, right?
Yes, he has.
Like,
He's been a lot
You
more
know,
better
little
about
wins,
it.
I'm like, yes, it's a little win.
Yeah.
It's a little win. I thank you guys. Because it's like sometimes you focus on the bigger picture. You focus on like where you should be at. You know, we're in our 30s.
Right.
So it's
Yeah.
kind of scary now, because it's like, oh, when I was in my 20s, I didn't care. I was like, working my 9 to 5. Well,
It's the young mind.
and then I was like, when I had a couple years, I'll figure it out. Dude.
Exactly.
I was like 26, 27, 20. I was like, dude, I'm finna be 30. I have to start. Like, so we started figuring it out like in our late 20s. But it is scary. Like now, also it's now my goals are like, no, these goals have to get done. It's not like before. It's like they have to be mandatory. When it comes to
Exactly.
your family, your marriage, love you,
Aw.
and your business, it's things that I focus on. And it's like, if you sold something, did something, if you made a memory with your kid, it's the small,
It's the small wins.
It's the
Small,
small.
small, small.
yeah.
But not a brain fart, sorry.
It's like that sometimes.
Right. And then moving closer into like the end of the year, like, are you excited for Halloween,
Oh
Thanksgiving?
my God, yes.
Girl, I feel like we just came out of it.
We did. I feel like it was just
Right?
like yesterday. I feel like time is not a forgiving like at all.
No.
Like it would just go like as it goes, and regardless whether you're ready for stuff to
like,
come, it's
catch
like
up.
right.
It was just 4th of July,
Yeah.
and now it's like almost fall.
It was just
Yes.
the beginning, like New Year's Day, we were just celebrating. And he's always told me that. He goes, once January's over, he goes, after that, it just flies. And he's right,
Exactly.
because January is the longest freaking month
Yeah.
ever.
Oh my God,
Dude, and I was gonna tell you something too.
What?
I'm just like spill the tea.
Right, tell me.
Hurry.
Have you fulfilled your goals? I've never asked you that, and we live together.
Oh yeah, that's a very good question.
I have.
Yeah.
It's not the big ones that I want to, because
Exactly.
like you say, there's always room to grow. And I feel like me as a person, I'm growing. And now that I'm getting a little bit older, I'm starting to find myself more, because I didn't know who I
Amen.
was back then, because I was so, the kids, whatever. But now that they're grown and they're doing their thing, it's like I'm trying to find myself and my groove.
Yes.
So I still have a lot to go
Yeah,
and
that's-
improvement.
that's
to
good.
go
You
through.
wanna ask me?
Aw.
And you?
Hell no, I'm still working. I'm fighting every day. Every day
Oh my
I'm fighting for
gosh.
my goals. It's like I'm never happy. I'm never satisfied. And I know that's wrong to say, but that's how my mind works. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I feel like perfectly the way you said it, there's room to grow.
Exactly.
And that's how I take it every day. I'm like, you know what? Like, because you can get comfortable.
You can.
You can get
Oh my
super,
God, that's
super
super,
comfortable.
That's super scary.
And I
Yep.
I'm scared of that. I'm scared of that because I'm like, sometimes we'll shoot a pod, be like, nah, we'll do one like in 2-3 weeks. I'm like, no. Now I'm like, we have to do one every week because we have guests. I mean, not guests. We have listeners that, hey, when you gonna drop the next one? Hey, when you drop the next one? And I'd be like, dude, like you gotta be better.
I'm not gonna lie, that is me. I'm
Really?
telling you. Like I honestly have my at work I have one headphone in, the other one I have it off so I can take calls.
Okay.
And like I said, I was listening to you guys' pod and I was just like,
thank you.
I have it in my ear. I'm just like, okay,
You make me
we're working over here typing away. And then as soon as somebody calls, I'm like, guys,
I
do
was
not
just in the middle.
interrupt. And I'm just like, oh my God, I have to put it on pause. And then here I go picking up the phone. Hello, how can we help you? Like, I'm just like, all happy,
that's
según
awesome.
yo. But I'm
Yeah,
like,
right.
you guys just had me at a good cliffhanger and I had to pause it because you guys had to call. But obviously you can't tell it to the customer. So
Right. You
Oh, that's
can't.
awesome, dude.
Thank you for
Thank
listening.
No,
Thank
you're
you.
welcome.
And I just want to tell you, like, from a year ago, from your pod a year ago to now, like, you have grown so much.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you.
You have like you just I'm like a mom, I'm proud of you. Like you
Aw.
make me proud because it's like
Thank
you know
you.
like you went to 100, you reached your goal. That was your goal last year. You're like I just at least
Yes.
want to get to 100K. That's
Yeah,
it.
that's
And
it.
you got to it, and it's like now you did it. You're shining. You're glowing. I
Thank
love it
you.
for you. I'm
Thank
happy.
So that's the brain fart that I had. I was going to ask that dude, I've been seeing you like hustling.
Yes.
working.
I've been trying. I've been
Bro.
trying.
Like every time you post a new photo, it's like, God damn, bro. Like
Here
that
we
is
go,
dedication,
on
bro.
the grind.
Yeah. I'm
Yes.
like dang. Okay.
And I'm like, boom, boom, boom. I'm like, damn, did I like this one? I was like, shit.
Did we show support?
I was like, and I'm like, dude, but no, I just want to say that we're proud of you.
Thank
We're
you.
proud of you, and you know, you're doing your thing, and it's like it's dedication.
Yes.
Yeah.
Dedication.
Yes.
It's dedication, and
And
yeah.
talking about dedication, like I know we're all like here together, right? So let's
Yes.
say,
Family.
right, we're a family, you
Family.
know? So like now that we're talking about dedication, I ask you because you're the
Yes.
only guy in the room.
Boy, here we go.
So what do you feel like is your do's and your don'ts in a relationship?
Can I ask the first question?
Oh
Yeah.
my God.
All right.
Here's a spicy talk, y'all.
Girl.
Get ready. Grab
All
your
right.
snacks.
This is-
Grab the popcorn.
I want to
You
ask.
grab it right now.
I want to ask you this, and I want to ask both of you. But,
Okay.
A ver.
bro, she came at me one time, bro. But it wasn't like going out. It's like,
You're selling me out.
nah, bro, you came at me, bro, and it's still to this day
When?
hurts. Bro, we
Hold
went-
up.
we-
Remember that day?
we were. I was drinking, and I'm ashamed of this. Don't do this, kids, please, unless you're going through something. I was I was drinking
There's
for.
like only one exception.
I got drunk for 3 days straight.
Oh
but
my God.
It's with friends, you know.
Oh,
It was like
okay.
Friday, like we went out and they're like, hey man, let's drink. And I was like, oh okay. Saturday, it was family. Saturday, man, we're gonna do. What was it?
I don't know. We were doing like a whole bunch. It was my brother's baby shower.
Yeah, it was
And then we
baby
went out on
shower.
Friday. We went out Thursday. We went out Friday. Then Saturday the baby shower, and then Sunday.
So 3 days I was drinking. So she drunk one day. The next day she's throwing up because she's not a drinker.
I don't drink.
She don't drink. She
I don't blame you,
She
girl. I'm
was
like that
throwing
too.
like
I
the
do
next day,
baby.
Right? Yeah.
bro.
I'll
Baby
drink like
drinks.
1 or 2 drinks of these, and then yeah.
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 Yeah. I let paro because
Like
yeah,
right now
there's
she'll
no
drink
way.
and she won't drink till next week. So she's not a drinker. So damn chicharrón that I ate earlier. Sorry guys, excuse me. Sorry. Like I was saying. No, I did. Dude, I'll tell you the story about the chicharrón in a minute too. That's all I ate for dinner. So long, like what I was saying, I was drinking for 3 days, and we went to the pool party or something. And I don't know. We were just drinking. We were hanging out for 3 days, just tomando. The next day, she's throwing up, and then I think we went to the baby shower. They're like, hey, you want a drink? I was like, I'll take one. One became to two. It's peer pressure, right? So I'm drinking.
It's the friends. It's the friends.
And then the next day, I started drinking again. I was at my parents' house, I think, on Sunday. My brother's there, and we're having a cookout. And she looks at me. She's like, at first, like on her way home, she's like, "Damn, you drunk? Like, damn, you're drinking 3 days straight. Like,
I was like,
damn, like, how are you doing it? Like,
I was like,
wow, I just can't believe it. Like, that's crazy. Like, hyping me up." I'm like, man, I'll show you the way. You just give me some time. I was like, don't worry about it. Like, man, it's just, practice.
Yeah.
Practice. She's like, but you're drinking 3 days. She's like, I only drank 1 and I feel horrible. I'm like, I know, pero la cura te la curas, whatever. Bro. So she's hyping me up. And then that positivity became so negative.
Oh, no.
On the third day that I was drinking, she's like,
remember?
She looks at me on the third day and she's like, are you okay? Are you going through something? Are you okay?
I was like, do you need
and
to
I'm
talk
like,
to
dude,
me?
what the fuck? I was like, Nina, I'm not a fucking, I went on they call it a 3-day bender. I'm like, Nina, I'm not a fucking drunk. Like every time, the Friday was friends, Saturday was your family, Sunday was my family. She's like, are you going through something? Like, do you need to talk to me? I'm like,
She's
what
like,
the
sit down
fuck?
right now. Let's talk.
Right now.
She tricked me. She's like, there's no judging in this room. On the third day, she's like, I don't know if you're like the perfect fit for my kids. Like, you're drinking every night. I'm kidding. As a joke. It's a joke.
She's like, grab your stuff and leave, please.
Right.
Dude. So she made me feel so bad. So every time she has like a really bad hangover, the next day I'm like, are you okay? Are you going through something?
He literally will look at me like that.
Oh, my dad. Oh, my God. It was Mother's Day weekend. Now I remember.
Yeah.
Because Sunday we went to go have Longhorn with my mom.
Uh-huh.
My dad was mad. My dad was freaking pissed. Mexican dad. He's like, I ignored him for 2 days.
Mm-hmm.
On Sunday, I had to like see him, and he looks at me. He's like, "Ya deja de tomar. Ya paró. Te vas a perder." And I'm like, Dad, I never drink like this. And I told her, the one fucking time that I drink for 3 days, everyone's giving me shit. My dad's like, no, yo pensé que algo te había pasado. I was like, oh my God.
He's like, I thought you were a mejor hijo.
Girl.
And then she's like shook, like she's like throwing more gas into it. And I just look at her, I'm like, dude, shut up. Like, no.
They thought you were La Rosa de Guadalupe. Have you seen that
Yeah.
thing on the meme?
Oh my
Quiero,
God.
quiero chela or whatever. And she starts freaking out. Solo un trago.
No, I don't know if it's the Rosa de Guadalupe. I seen one. And the mom's telling the son, she's like, ya estás bien gordo, deja de comer. She said, what she said? Something about, no te has bañado, traes el mismo pants desde ayer. And the dude's like, the fat kid is like, ay, pan. You didn't see that one? She's yelling at her son. She's like, ay, mira, estás mugroso. Escuincle. Báñate.
Oh
Tienes los
God.
mismos pants de ayer. This motherfucker responds, ay, pan.
That would have been me. That would have been the only thing I caught. Pan?
Where's that? I need some right now with cafe.
I'm going to post it right here.
Oh my God.
That was funny.
Have you ever been, I don't know if this is a polite,
Oh my
have you ever had a bender like 3 days or 2 days?
I don't think to that extreme.
Oh, damn. See, damn it. I knew I had a problem.
Why would you ask?
I don't know, because I wanted to fit in. I want you guys to fit in.
No.
I want you guys to fit in.
Oh my
No,
God.
So
I
I'm
don't think we've ever been through that.
Okay, so this corner spot. Bro, I'm out here like, hey, have you guys ever did drugs?
Breathe.
Oh my God, no! But I will say that I had it for 2 days. Okay, it wasn't
But,
there like that.
She's like, I had it for 2 days, but I'm not a fucking drunk like you. Did it for 3.
I didn't go to the third day. But I will say, Música Urbana. I went. It's a 2-night thing down in Orlando.
I've heard,
Oh,
yes,
okay.
I've heard of.
I'm not a very heavy drinker. But at the moment, I thought I could drink till I dropped, because I was just like, well, I'm here
living
with
the life,
friends.
right?
I'm here with friends, we got it or
Right.
whatever. I will say that. Obviously, the first night I didn't get too bad.
Okay.
I was still able to, be myself. But I will say the second day, oh my God. The second day, I went a little ham on it because I was like, well, you know what? The first day didn't do anything to me. Voy para la segunda. I wait. So I'm not gonna lie, I was mixing my drinks. We were like going from like little station to little station, taking drinks from different ones because I wanted to try different ones. Don't stop me now when I want to try
Don't
something.
stop me on a good time.
So I was like, you know what? Bring it up, bring it in. Let's go, let's do it. And of course, I was just like, oh my God. After I was just like, am I still here?
Oh my God.
I honestly was just like, I don't know how in the world I'm going to get home. Like, there's no way. But good thing is that I was with good friends, or like, you
Good.
can stay with us, you don't have to like drive all the way from Orlando back to like wherever you need to
Right.
live, right? But I was like, oh my God, like y'all are a lifesaver right now. Like I could not imagine trying to drive back home because that was not gonna happen in my world. I would have just knocked out of my car, but
We've done that. We've knocked
Well,
out. I
it's
was like, we
yeah,
have to
that's
knock
it.
out for a
bro,
little bit.
bro, please, guys, don't judge us, but we have knocked out in Disney.
Yeah.
We went
In
around
Disney.
in like Epcot.
Yes, we would go to Epcot.
Have you been around the world?
I have not. I need to go.
We're
You've
gonna
never
go.
been around the world?
We're gonna go.
Oh
Okay.
my God, we
We're
gotta
gonna
make
go.
it.
I'm hopping in no matter what.
We're
I'm
going.
riding with
We're
y'all.
gonna go to Epcot.
But we're Ubering. We got Uber.
Yeah, we got to Uber. We're gonna Uber
We
there.
didn't know that, man.
We'll go.
And we're oh my God, so
Around the world.
I need to hear this
It's
story.
called the Food and
it's the Food and Wine Festival.
Food and Wine Festival.
Oh my
So
God.
there's different countries around the world, like Canada, China, Japan,
Mexico,
Mexico,
Italy, Paris.
Morocco, and they have drinks and food and every little thing.
Of
so
their
they
countries.
give their countries.
God. That sounds exciting.
Girl, it's so exciting. So we would go. You start from the left to the right, and the last one is Mexico, of course.
No, if you start on the left, it's Mexico.
Well, I mean, on the right. You start on the right is what?
No,
Canada?
no, left, counterclockwise.
Oh
Left.
yeah, this way.
No, right is Canada.
Yeah,
If you go
right.
left, it's Mexico, and then you're in at Canada.
Yeah, we got to start at Canada so you won't get messed up.
It's hella expensive though.
Yeah, it is, but it's worth it.
Yeah, it's hella
Yeah.
expensive.
And that's when we would like I didn't know. Well, we went for our first year, and we were pass holders, so we're like, let's go. We're like, okay, let's go. We left the kids, and because they didn't like going to Epcot because they didn't have rides. So I was like, okay. So me and him went, and we started off good. I was like, okay, I'm feeling it, girl. By the end of that, I was like, whoa. I was like, how the fuck are we gonna drive home? He's like, fuck it, we'll just stay
it's
in
a
the car.
long ass walk. It's like a big ass circle, bro.
Yes.
And then I'm drinking beer from Mexico. I'm drinking beer from Japan, and bro,
He's a little bit of everything.
Girl, it was so good.
Yeah.
But the thing we were eating and drinking at the same time.
Oh
So
my
como los pegó,
God.
I don't know because we were eating and drinking at the same time. But it's like they were strong. Like the drinks are strong.
They probably did that on purpose.
Girl, I don't know.
I ain't gonna lie. It's not something I'm proud of, but yeah, I was like, dang, I can't drive home.
Yeah, I was like,
Yeah.
I was like,
I was like, you can't drive. I was like, I can't drive. I was like, we about to lay down. And I was
Yeah.
like, let's sleep for an hour. So we just leaned back. We fell asleep, and then we woke up. We're like, okay, we're good to go. Let's go.
Yes, because you just want to be safe. you
Yeah.
know?
Let me tell you one last thing about her bad drinking experience. And it was at Universal.
Why?
She's like,
Was it-
why that
was
story?
it- or
Oh yeah, you could say it.
I'll tell the Disney Springs one.
No.
So we went to Disney Springs.
She's like,
just
the other
me and
one's
her.
worse.
We went to Disney Springs, just me and her. It was like our first date there. Like we've been, because we parents, kids come first.
She's like, no, you know, stop it.
Girl.
Bro, we go to Disney Springs,
He's
bro.
never said this story.
I've
and
never
it's so...
told the story. And we go to Disney Springs, bro. And Disney Springs, they have like little carts of alcohol every corner. Have you been?
Where's the popcorn?
Bro, we start drinking, mixing. Same thing, mixing. Last thing, we're at the Piggly Wiggly. It's like barbecue food. Is it the Piggly Wiggly?
Piggly Wiggly.
Or what's it called?
It's
I call it the Piggly Wiggly. But I don't know what's it called. What's it called, fool?
I don't know. It's called something with the pig, but we call it the
Have
Piggly
you been at
Wiggly.
Disney Springs? There's a pig. They sell barbecue.
Oh my
We're
God.
ordering our food, and she's like, I want Piggly Wiggly. I said, Nina, like, bro, you can't even stand. And we're in a line, and she's like, I want Piggly Wiggly. I said, bro, just don't throw up, bro. Just don't throw up. And it's just us. And we get it there, and I'm like, what do you want from there? She's like, let me get some ribs and some macaroni. And I got to have chicken.
Poor Nina. She's
Mind
So-
you, this was a Sunday.
It's a Sunday.
And
bro.
I
It's
didn't
just-
even know we went to the Piggly Wiggly.
So we're there sitting down waiting for our barbecue, and she's like,
oh my
I'll be
God.
back. I'm like, where are you going? She's like, I gotta go to the bathroom. So I'm like, all right, well don't take too long because our ribs are coming out hot, We're in that fucking line for the longest. So she goes to the bathroom, and I'm like, babe, you're taking too long in there. And I'm like, Nina. And I open the door, bro, freaking vomit on the walls, vomit on the toilet, vomit on the floor. And I looked at her, she's like this. And I'm like, hey, bro, I told you, let's go home. And she's like, I'm fine.
I still want Piggly
I
Wiggly.
still want some Piggly Wiggly. Bro, I cleaned her up. And
Oh
I
my
cleaned up the
God.
bathroom. I'm a real one. I cleaned up the bathroom.
Oh my God.
We go out.
I know. I'm
And-
so sorry.
We come out, bro. Her face is sweating. And she's like this, sitting on the table. The lady comes out with her food. To give us our food. And she's just like looking at Nina. And I look at Nina, look at the lady. The lady's like, And I looked at her. I'm like, I'm sorry about that, man. My wife has diabetes. She hasn't took her medication. She's like, bro, she didn't even hesitate. She's like, do you want this to go? I'm like, wrap it up, man. We're going to take it to go. And I'm sorry. She hasn't took her medication. Bro, I'm walking out of Disney Springs. And she's like, this the whole time. And I'm like, damn, Nina.
I can't believe you told that story.
I'm sorry. But that's what I'm trying to tell you. She's not a drinker.
You want to know why? The next morning, I had to go to work. Bitch, I couldn't even get up from work. I couldn't. And mind you, I could do it, but I couldn't do it.
She wakes up. And I guess she felt better because she threw everything up. And she wakes up and she's like, I smell pickling.
I got up and I went and I was on the phone because he was at work. And I remember I was on the phone and I seen the piglet. I said, oh my God, we went to Piggly Wiggly. I'm like, and I was so hungry.
She's like, you brought back the food? I was like, fuck yeah, I brought back the food. We spent like $60 because it's Disney Springs.
It was so good. I was eating that. I was on my day off at 10 o'clock in the morning eating on some ribs.
And I was pissed because I had to go to work, right? I had to go to work, throw this food out.
I called out. I said, I think I got food
What is
poisoning.
it? It's called, what is the place called?
I don't know.
It's something with the pig in Disney Springs.
Oh my God, that was a
But
good story.
Girl,
Oh,
I can't believe you freaking told that one.
I know. Exclusive.
God, you see how you made my eye water? Girl,
I
I'm not an
know, it's just
alcoholic.
like-
No, she don't. That's why everyone, like,
Oh my
you guys see, like, we're drinking cranberry juice right now. No liquor. But, dude, people don't even think this. We're not drinkers.
We don't drink a lot, we just like to have a good time.
Yeah, exactly.
You
And I
know?
just feel like, there are sometimes like if you don't eat enough throughout the day, it does kick a little bit like harder.
Yeah.
So it's like you kind of want to make sure that you've kind of prepped yourself for eating a little bit before drinking.
At least a taco, or something.
Yes.
Talking about tacos and stuff, I
Oh,
love
God.
our Mexican food, our Mexican culture.
Yes.
What is your favorite foods to eat within, like, what is
Oh
your
my
go-to
God.
Mexican dish that you
Or,
would
or
like?
anything.
or
sushi.
anything.
You look like a
Sushi.
sushi person.
I am.
You are?
Fucking knew
I
it.
am.
I knew it. Because you said you're on a diet and then you
Yes.
switch to seafood. So that affects your body a lot.
Yeah.
I heard from someone around there.
Yes, but I just feel like sushi has to be cooked. It cannot be any of the raw stuff because I don't know what it is about raw sushi. It just does not go down my stomach.
Ooh.
No, there
Oh.
ain't no way.
Really?
But I feel like honestly for a Mexican dish, it would have to be tacos.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's your favorite Mexican food.
Yeah.
Damn, that's a good one. How
It would have
about
to
you?
be al pastor.
A pastor?
Yeah.
Okay.
High five, sister.
I'm
Yes,
just
I
Bro,
love al
this is
pastor.
this is all right.
I love it.
You say you like al pastor tacos. This is where I'm gonna see if you're real Mexican.
Oh, yeah.
Cilantro y cebolla or not, or just plain.
Everything.
Ugh.
You have to add everything on
Bro,
there.
I don't trust people that don't put none of that stuff in their tacos. I don't trust them, bro. I went to a spot. I'm like, hey, bro, what do you want in tacos? Oh, I want my plains. I said, bro, you're not like us.
Oh, no.
You're
not
not
like
like us.
It just doesn't taste the
No,
same.
it don't.
No, it
It's
don't.
that extra flavor. The
Yes.
cilantro,
Salsa roja, salsa verde.
Wait, that's a hard one. I mix mine.
Really?
I do like
half and half.
half. Like if I get like 4 tacos, I'll be like 2 de roja and then 2
To
de
the verde.
Oh, you
It has
Mexican,
to.
Mexican.
Oh.
It has
See,
to.
and my little one, my Emmy, she hit me with some knowledge the other day because she's like, because lately I've been noticing that I love onions, I love different
my God.
flavors, I love different stuff, that I've never liked before. And my daughter, she goes, Mommy, she says, every 7 years your taste buds change. And I looked at her, I said, you're lying. She goes, yeah, look. And she Googled it and I was like, oh my God, Emmy, that explains
No
so
wonder.
much. I was like, why I like onions now.
What is your favorite Mexican dish?
Pozole
Yes.
verde.
Really?
Oh, that is really good. Yeah.
It's-
I'll eat it even if it's
Yeah, that
cold,
is right.
hot,
You know what?
anything. I'll eat
I don't,
pozole
even,
verde.
I don't even know why I asked you that because for her birthday, my mom made her pozole verde.
Oh my God.
I posted on
Yeah.
TikTok, and she's in a freaking robe. She's like, "Suegra," in a robe. And the video got like 10,000
No,
views or
because I
something.
didn't know. I didn't want to do anything for my birthday. He's like, "What do you want to do for
Yeah.
your birthday?" And I was like, "I don't want to do anything." I said, "I just want to stay home." And little did I know, he's like, "Come to my mom's house." He's like, so you can come over here. I'm over here." I said, "Okay." I said, "I'm gonna go in my robe," and I heard him. He was like, "Are you sure?" I'm like, "Yeah." I was like, I
It was,
don't like
it was
getting
a
dressed.
surprise pozole
He's
dinner.
like, are you sure
Yeah.
you don't want to like wear something outside?
Dude, hey, shout out to my mom, man. She surprised her,
That's
made her
so
mole,
cute.
No,
bought her
it's pozole.
cake, pozole, damn it, pozole, bought her a cake, bought her flowers, And I was just like, damn, Mom, like, thank you. Like, I didn't,
That's
you
so
know.
cute.
She did something that my
Nina-
mom didn't do.
Nina's like, I didn't want to do nothing for my birthday. It's on the 1st. So, the rent was due. That's what he's doing.
He's like, we're trying to save.
Yeah. And,
Oh my god.
my favorite Mexican dish, you know what I'm saying? you ain't nobody's asking me, man.
He's like, when are y'all gonna ask me?
What's your? Oh, I know what it is.
No.
What is it?
Oh, he
What
said
is your-
ask me.
What is your favorite Mexican dish?
Well, dude, it's like I have
Well,
a
he's
lot.
like, ya que? The one
No, my favorite Mexican dish is enchiladas rojas.
Those are
Those are my favorite. The flavor of the
mixed
salsa.
emotions. on
Yeah.
that one.
Yeah, with queso, but to be honest, I just like them like just enchiladas like that. I don't know why. It's just something about the smell when my mom. I guess it's just a lot of nostalgic
yeah.
because I remember when my mom makes the chili.
Oh my god,
you're
yeah.
you're
You're halfway dying.
And it's just the smell. The enchiladas is just. I order that for my birthday every year.
Yeah.
Enchiladas rojas. And then I got a tia that goes like all the way. She puts like the pata de puerco, the lechuga, the chorizo, the papas, the jalapenos. Like, no, I don't want all that. I just want to go in.
Yeah. Honestly, I would have to say second dish would probably be mole.
Yeah.
Mole.
You like mole?
with rice and just-
Mole rojo, mole verde.
it has to be red.
Oh yes,
Yes.
girl.
Oh my god,
Yes.
that is life right there. Con tortillas hechas a mano. We're talking.
Girl.
I'm over here pasando.
His-
I was like,
I know. I'm like
like
hungry
yeah.
or not.
Damn, I haven't
Be like
ate.
after this.
I
We
haven't,
haven't,
no,
right?
I haven't ate, but chicharrones.
Oh yeah, the chicharrón.
Oh, the
sorry.
chicharrones, yeah. So there's a, I'm not trying to call out the gas station here, but they had some chicharrones, and they're like a drive-through, so a lot of the stuff's outside. So I haven't ate. It's like 2:00. I go get some chicharrones. I'm trying to live that fit life. You know what I'm saying? So I know I heard chicharrones is good for you. So I get it, bro, and it smells like paint, like spray paint,
Oh
the
no.
bag, and I'm like, it's okay. It's just a bag. It's not gonna taste like that,
Yeah.
bro. My fat ass starts eating them, and it tastes just like the way it smells.
Oh,
So I'm like, it's okay, it's
no.
okay, it's okay. No worries, no
He's
worries.
like, I'm hungry.
I'm just, it's maybe the toothpaste that I use. I don't know. Maybe
Oh,
the
no.
Red Bull. I'm just fucking lying to
The
myself.
toothpaste.
Not
no.
the toothpaste.
And then it's like that taste of like paint, what plastic wouldn't go away. So I'm like, yeah, fuck this. I gotta go back. So I go back. I go across the street, and I'm like, hey man, I bought these. I fucking like, hey, I bought these from my dad, man. He's complaining. It ain't me. I swear. I'm not talking shit.
When my
He's like-
father-in-law goes outside, he's like,
But my dad, bro, yeah, man, he's that motherfucker, man. Like,
He's like, he's gonna come get you if you don't.
yeah,
If you don't.
and
check
he
out
owns
the
a
bag.
pink. He owns a pink building in the plaza. So I'm like, yeah, man, they smell like paint, dude. He looks at them, and I'm like, bro, smell them, smell them. He smells them. He's like, oh. And I'm like, bro, I don't want my money. I just want to get another bag of chicharrones. So I grab them, right? And then because I come to the back, and I grab them, and I'm like, don't open them, fat ass. My fat ass was going to open them and eat them. But it's a drive-through, so I knew he was going to be watching me. So I'm
Yeah.
like, wait, pendejo, espérate. I hit that little corner, and I go, psst. I'm like, oh, yes.
Oh my god, I would have opened it right there.
Well,
Just
me
so
too, in front
he
of him,
doesn't.
just
Yeah.
smell
But I lied because I said it was for my dad.
Oh.
So I didn't want him to think that it was for me.
He's like, I'm smelling them ahead of time from my dad. Okay.
just so I won't come back.
Yeah, because he already threatened me that if I went back, like he was gonna hit me with the cinto. Okay. So.
So, in overall, I just hate being in those awkward situations. You know what I'm saying?
I really do. Yes.
Have you ever had
Have you ever had a confrontational like experience?
Oh my god!
Like-
Can I please tell you how clumsy and I am? If you guys ever like hang out with me, I'm in the most awkwardest situations ever, every single time.
Really?
Like there ain't no way. There's no saving me. I am so sorry. Like I don't know what it is about me. I feel like I attract weirdness sometimes. Like I'm just like I'm a magnet for that. Okay, so let me tell you this one story. It's super embarrassing. Oh my god, I cannot right now. But okay, so here we go.
Here we go. Story time. Get your
the popcorn
popcorn.
again.
Get your popcorn.
So back then, obviously, I was an 18-year-old.
Mm-hmm.
My dad would barely even let me out to the corner store because like my parents were really strict on me. So anyways,
She wasn't allowed to check the mail.
Same.
no, we weren't. You had
Oh,
to bring
shit,
your
you
little
too?
sister. If you didn't bring your little sister, you
You
wouldn't
weren't
be
allowed
no.
to go outside nowhere.
No way. No way. And not happening. Not in this, not in their world.
Yes.
But I had gotten obviously I had been working really hard, and I was able to afford my first Cadillac. So basically, here we go, hello Cadillac.
Damn.
But my dad had said, now that you have a car, you have to have responsibility. So revisa el car before getting in. Make sure that you check your tires. Make sure that you have suficiente gas, whatever. It's stuff like that.
Be responsible.
Be responsible now that you have a car. So I remember this day, and my sisters were like, "Hey, wait, I don't even know if I can say this word.
No, say it.
It's just like, hey, bitch, let's go to the mall."
Man, that ain't nothing.
I was like, I don't know if it's censored, No,
No, you're fine.
Kids, cover your ears.
Oh, yeah.
But they were just like, let's go to the mall. Like, let's go to the Brandon Mall or whatever. And I was like, you know what? That actually sounds like a vibe. Like, let's go. And I remember they were getting ready or whatever. And I remember the day before, I can't remember if my dad had gotten upset with me or if I had gotten upset with my dad. Point is, he would normally take care of putting gas in my car. I never had to put gas in my car.
Oh, he's a real one.
Yeah.
That's sweet.
I'm like so grateful.
That's why
for
you
my
miss
dad.
him
No,
so
that's
much,
why I
like
miss
little
him so
things like
much.
that.
It's the little things that he would
Dude,
do
that
for
is
me.
awesome, bro.
He would sometimes like check around the car because también hay otra story que, oh my God, I have so many stories that who in the world places me in those situations? Like only myself. But here we go. We were going to the mall, so here we go, and I was like telling my sisters, hey, I have to stop and get gas because like I don't have any gas to make it. And then they're just like, all right, well then just go and whatever.
Right.
So I went ahead and stopped at this little gas station where my dad would always go. So the owner already knew that we were his daughters or whatever. So because that's how much my dad would go to that little gas station. So here we go. I go inside. He looks at me and he's like, oh, you're Trinidad's daughter. And I was like, yeah. And I was like, you know him? And then he's like, yeah, he always comes here and he always talks about that he has 3 daughters and everything like that. He showed us a picture. I was like, oh my God, my dad's talking about it. I was like, okay, Dad, I see. But here we go. I was just like, all right, well, yo acá creyéndome. I was like, 20 on number 1, like I know what I'm talking about. Big boss over here. I was like, 20 number 1, please. So I walk out, right? I knew what I was doing. Right. I was like, ain't nobody gonna stop me today. Like I'm going all the way to the Brandon Mall because like my parents let me go. Like like finally. Here I go. And I think my dad did it on purpose because he knew that I didn't know how to put gas. Like since he would always take care of it, I never had to. So here I go, I open up the little thing to put the gas. I grab the pump. I put the thing in there, right? I just leave it in there. And I'm all like, yo acá bien parado, like, okay. Like, here we go. Like, I'm just waiting here, and then I was like, told my sisters, I knocked on the door and I was like, do y'all know how long we're supposed to wait till it fills up? Bro, there ain't no way. This is live story, true story right here. I was like, do you know how long we're supposed to wait? And then my sister was like, I think it's done. And I was like, right?
How long were you waiting? How long were you waiting for the gas to magically pump itself?
Honestly, I think a good solid 10 minutes. Like, we were out there for real. Bitch, I'm dead. And I was just like,
she's dead ass looking at her sister like, is this done?
I was like, all right. I was like, I think y'all right. It's done. So I literally go back in there. I put the pump back. I go inside my car. I turn it on. And I'm like, wait, but it still says I'm low. I was like, maybe when I start driving, it's going to fill up. So I was just like, I'm just going to start driving a little bit, right? So
to Brandon.
Yeah, so tell me how I drive a little bit, right? And then I see the man come out of the store, the gas station, like owner. He comes out. He's like, hey, screaming. And I'm just like, my sisters were like, bitch, turn back around. And I was like, why? And they're like, I think you dropped some shit. And I was like, what do you mean? And they're like, yeah, I think you dropped something because the man's over there yelling at the top of his lungs. And I was like, oh. And I was like, all right. So here I go. I turn back.
Yes,
I park
sir?
again. And I was like, yes, sir. And he's like, you didn't put gas. And I was like, I was like, sir, what do you mean? I was like,
I done gave you my money. Isn't it gonna just?
I done push wait here 10 minutes.
No, you should. You know what you should have said? Hey, you should have said your fucking. You should have said your fucking pump's broken.
No, so tell me how I'm just like, sir, what do you mean? Like, what do you mean? I put gas. And then he's like, show me how you did it. I was like, oh my God.
Not a tutorial.
He asked you for proof.
He said, show me.
No, because he's probably thinking my pump's broken.
Oh my God. He's like, show me how you did it, hun. And then I'm just like, well, and so I go through the whole steps and I just grab it and I put it in there. I'm like, and then I just waited for 10 minutes and then he starts laughing and I'm just like, what? And then he's like, okay, first of all, he's like, which one? You select one of these. And he's like, so he pressed it and then he's like, and then you grab it like this. Like you actually have to like pull it. And I was just like, oh. And then he's like, you see the numbers moving? And I was like, oh, that makes sense.
You are so lucky he knows y'all.
She's like,
oh my God.
I bet you were like, do I wait another 10 minutes?
No, and to top it off worse, tell me how in the next lane, like over here on the next lane, it was a truck with 4 guys that had just hopped out. Okay, so I was just like, major embarrassment. They look at me and they start laughing because they heard everything. Because they were like, yeah, because El Señor was over here yelling, hey, you forgot to put gas, you know, and I'm just like, oh my God, that's embarrassing. And everybody was just there at the gas station laughing. And then my sister was like, bitch, this is so fucking embarrassing. Like, we can never go out with you because you always have to do some bullshit. Like, we cannot go out with you, bitch. We're not claiming you as our sister. I was like, oh my God. I was like, it's not that bad, guys.
No, you know what got to me? She's like, I knocked on the window. How long do we wait?
And then your sister's like, I don't know. It should be done.
I think it's been like 10 minutes.
And then when I get in the car, I'm mad at my sisters. I'm like, why didn't y'all tell me? Like, y'all see my dad put gas every single time. And then my sisters were like, bitch, all we see him is just put the thing inside the pump, put it inside the gas tank.
And wait 10 minutes.
Yeah, and I was just like, oh, and I was like, yeah, you're right. Like, I see that too. So, and then tell me how, like, I told my sisters, like, this, we're not going to tell my dad because then he's going to start laughing, right?
Right.
Tell me how el viejito told my dad.
Oh, my God.
My dad gets home.
No.
And he's like, Berenice, quiero hablar contigo. And I was like, yeah. And then my dad was like, hija, ¿qué chingados hiciste? And I was like, what do you mean? And then he's like, he starts laughing so hard. My dad starts tearing up of how bad he was laughing. He's like, si ves, por eso digo que no, ni te dejaba ni salir a la esquina because you don't even know how to put gas in your car. And I'm just like, Dad. I was like, first of all.
Imagine little Berenice walking down the street and then she getting lost. Where's my house?
That is me. Like, 100%. Like, I don't know how I end up in these situations.
That is funny. Oh my God. That was a good one.
Speaking of that, my kids get into that point, like, they get, like, into this, like, anxiety spot when they have to order food.
Yeah.
Because I make them order their food. When we go out to eat, I make them order. They're like, oh my God, here she comes, Dad. What do I say? What do I say? I say, fucking relax. Just say you want a fucking salad. They're like, okay. The lady be like, and honey, what will you have? My daughter be like, a salad. And then she'll be like, okay, what kind of salad? My daughter's like, oh, fuck, oh, fuck, oh, fuck,
Like,
what kind of
she'll
salad?
look at it, she'll be like this.
I didn't think this one through.
Mom.
And we're across, and
I
I'm
was
like,
a chicken Caesar salad.
a chicken Caesar salad. And she's like, chicken Caesar. And then the lady's like, okay, so what would you like to drink? Oh, fuck. Oh, fuck. My daughter's like, and I'm like, what do you want to drink? And then she's like, ask her what she has. What do you have? And then the lady's like, well, we have this, this, that. I'll take lemonade. Okay, would you like a strawberry lemonade or would you like a regular? And then my daughter's like, oh, fuck. My kids are freaking the fuck out.
Oh
Me and her,
my God.
I'm just like, oh,
I just look at it like, oh my God, this is not happening
Hey,
right now.
that is such a true story
No.
because, like, I'm not gonna lie, there are times where, like, I had so much anxiety like that too when ordering, like, especially when my mom would make me order stuff. I would just be like, so what do y'all sell there? Like, like, my mom is asking, like, what do y'all have? Because, like, no, like, and you're literally calling directly to the pizza place, and you're like, When
What do you
y'all
sell?
Like there ain't no way. Like it's
oh,
that
shit.
like nervousness,
There's-
especially when your parents like when they're not bilingual.
Yeah.
And you
Yes.
get that other pressure of like translating, so you're like, oh my god, like how do I even say that word? Like,
What did you say? Can you relax? Yes, I know.
so oh my
Right.
god,
You know,
oh
it's
my
just
god,
like,
they'll
oh
like
my
literally like be like, watch whenever we get home, porque no supiste, si no sirves para nada, and you're like,
¿Qué sirves?
Dude,
I
my-
know, and you're like, what do you mean?
No, my dad and mom's favorite word was like, pues, ¿para qué vas a la escuela?
Yes,
¿Para qué vas a la escuela? ¿Qué prendes? ¿Qué
that
prendes?
part.
I'm like, I don't, Dad, the fucking school didn't show me how to do your taxes, Dad. They didn't show me how to do I don't know what half the shit the IRS is saying.
Oh my god, yes, it's the big words that would catch you as a kid. You'd be like, I don't know what that means. And back then also like you didn't really have like your phone to be like Google Translate. Like, what is this, you know? Like you would just have to be like, dice que es como tú sabes, like
Yeah.
you know.
No, and I'd be at work like that sometimes too. Like, I don't know these medical words.
Oh my god,
You
that
know?
part,
And I'm like,
yes.
pues sabes la caminadora. ¿Dónde caminas?
No, bro. Wait, bro, like I was telling you, we're two different we're two different Mexicans. Her family her mom is born here.
Uh-huh.
And her dad. Her stepdad, he's from Mexico, and she's born here. And then her grandma was brought here at a young age. Her whole family speaks fluent English, like
love
English.
that.
It's crazy to me because my family don't speak not a speak of English.
No.
So we're like two different worlds. We're Mexicans, but we're like completely different. So when I first brought around my family when I was like 17, 18, no 18, right? And we had cake and stuff, and
Oh, yeah.
she tells my mom, ¿Quieres que compre un cake? ¿Quieres que compre un cake? And my mom's like, what? And I'm like, oh, fuck. I was like, no, it's not cake, it's pastel. She's like, no, Carmen, it's cake. It's cake. I'm like, no, the fuck it's not. And I told my mom, I'm sorry. She's a little slow. She's out here telling the fuck. And I'm like, bro, you can't be saying shit like that, bro.
I didn't know. I was like, okay.
She like,
And then now
she like, cake. I'm like, no, it's fucking pastel.
It's because like there's some words that you really don't know how to
know.
say. Like I can so relate to that because there's this one time like at the old job that I used to work for tracks. They would have me sit down to do the loans, right? And whenever there would be a Hispanic coming in, and the manager would be telling me like, "Oh, since we're gonna be, financing this car, we need to know what each vehicle has, what the parts are, right?" So I'm like, first of all, I already don't know about cars, and now you're gonna tell me to translate parts of a car. I'm like, Lord Jesus, help me right now because this is not gonna go good. So there's this one thing where I still don't know to this day to say, but it's like, you know how whenever they say, does the truck have like a bedding, or what is it that they say, does the truck have what is that thing?
La cajuela.
no.
It's a
La
like,
cajuela de la troca, yeah.
No, that's how you
Or
say
la-
bedding.
Cajuela, yes, cajuela.
it's the
Or
truck,
I mean, people say la cama de la troca, but it's cajuela, la cajuela.
Hold on, let me Google it. What is it again?
it's like
Truck bedding.
I think it's like truck bed.
All right.
How do you say truck bed in Spanish? 2 and 3. Go.
You gotta get that perfect shot.
I love her.
All right, here we go.
All right, guys.
We waited
What-
for 10 minutes.
we waited for 10 minutes for her.
The break was 10 minutes.
The break. We had to take a little break. One of our cameras like resets after 30 minutes. I ain't gonna lie, man. I ran out of memory. Malfunction.
Malfunction, guys.
But yes, man. So before we went to break, we were talking about how Berenice can't translate
Can't
the
translate.
bedding of a truck in Spanish. It's fucking hard. Don't laugh at her.
I honestly was saying to the customer, I was like, ¿tu troca tiene cama?
Damn. What the?
Señorita, ¿qué?
He looks at me and he's like, ¿Cómo, mija? And I was like, ¿tu troca tiene cama? I was
Con-
like,
Uno de esos extra large.
I was like, do you know what that is? And then he's like, Pues no. He's like, ¿qué es eso?
I bet in your mind you're like, can you work with
Okay.
me?
Okay, I was right. It is cajuela. Told you.
Oh my
Trunk.
god.
It's like-
no, but it's the bed of the truck.
Yes,
the
you
bed
say
of the truck.
you say la cajuela de la troca.
Oh.
See, I didn't know that. See, I was confusing him even more because he was just looking at me like, what is this girl talking about? Like, it's just not making it. And then the manager was like, what she said. And I was like, you have such big confidence in me because I don't know what I just said.
Thank you for having that confidence
See,
in me.
look, la cajuela de la troca, trunk of the trunk of the truck.
Oh.
And I only knew that. Hey, shout out to my boy Huevo. Shout out to my boy Huevo. No, literally that's his name, right? Because he had a truck, and he's
Oh my god.
like, Tony, ahí está la cajuela de la troca, or like, checa la cajuela, checa la cajuela.
Yeah, and then what else happened
Yeah,
with the guy?
no.
Like you went on with the conversation.
Yeah, so I was just like, just say yes or no. And he's like, pues voy a decir que no. And I was like, okay, he said no.
Oh
What's
my god.
next? And then she's just like, okay. So she just like was going down the list, you know, and I was just like trying my best. And I'll be like, usted sabe como la cosa que like está acá, like o como que está por aquí. Like I was just like, and then he was just looking at me like, pero qué es? And I was like, pues usted sabe.
Usted sabe lo que estoy diciendo.
No, hey, she's like, pues qué pasó, señor? Usted sabe.
I was like, usted tiene la troca, no yo, okay? Like, you know what I'm talking about.
You made me lose my fucking job. No van a correr, señor.
And then he was just looking at me like this. And then, I'm not going to lie, the next time they had to do a translation thing, they took my other coworker, not me. And I was just like, I failed the
my
test.
Dude.
And then my coworker was like, bitch, would you be saying up in here? And I was like, I just be telling them that they know what it is. Like, I'll be like, tú sabes? Like,
Tú sabes.
No, I don't know.
Tú sabes si tienes cama en tu troca.
That's how I be because I work at a DME company, right? So when them orders be coming in and they give me all the Hispanic ones,
They do.
I'm like, why? So I be making sure their name
Oh
says
my
Francisco or something, Gonzalez, because I know they're one of us. You know what I'm saying? No offense. But I'm like, okay. So I'm like getting it, and it's like the rollator, and then you have to explain the upgrade fee, you know, and all this stuff. And I'm like, tú sabes la cosa que camina, la caminadora. La andadera, le dije. Sí, hija, dijo, yo sé, dijo, pero quería con la canastita. Pues, eso no sé. I don't even know what the fuck these things look like. Like,
I'm telling
what do you mean?
It's that type of like translation that you just don't know how to say, and
You
you're like,
don't.
you better catch on, or I'm not gonna repeat myself because I have
Right.
no idea what I'm saying right now.
Right.
So my whole life growing up, my dad used to be like, hey, ¿dónde está la güerita? And I was like, what?
What?
¿Dónde está la güerita? Oh, ahí está, pa. Cupo, mira, cuando acabas de cortar el pasto, no te olvides darle con la güerita. And I was like, okay, me and Omar, so we were used to that.
Right.
So then my brother started working for a landscaping company. And my brother was like, he'll tell his coworkers, like the white guys, and be like, hey, ¿dónde está la, where's the güerita? And the white guys would be like, wait, what the fuck? And the guys would be
They're
like,
like,
what do you mean the güerita? My brother would be like, yeah. ¿Dónde está la güerita? What are you, like, Omar, what are you saying? I need a güerita. And they're like, we don't have that. Omar's like, yeah, you know. Oh, my brother's like, the one that cuts the edges of the grass.
Of the grass, yes.
And then the white guys be like, oh, you're talking about the weed eater? The weed eater? And my brother's like, oh my fucking God. And then my brother comes home and he tells my dad, you told me it's called the weed eater. This whole fucking time I've been saying the weed eater. It's called a fucking weed eater.
So now my brother-in-law literally pronounces every letter in the fucking thing, goes, weed eater.
Weed eater.
And do you know why this makes me laugh? Because my dad used to say the same thing.
No.
Tráeme la güira. And I'll be like, papi, ¿la qué?
Which one is that?
Hey, dame la güerita.
And he's like, Berenice, no, ¿entiendes? I'll be like, Dad, I have no idea what that is. Like, what are you talking about? And he's like, pues esa para cortar el zacate. And I was like, ¿la qué? And then he's like, La huida. And I was like, well, what is that? I'll be like,
Is it the one you push or the one you hold?
Yeah, my brother, man. My brother was like,
oh
man.
my God.
No, and then the last one I was gonna say, I remember
That is awesome.
when I started working with my dad and all his coworkers, because I was 18, and they're like, hey Tony, ¿tú dejas que tu señora salga? That's why I came back to letting your wife go out, and I was like, let me record this bad boy. This is funny as fuck.
You're gonna die.
They were like, hey Tony, dejas que tu señora salga, and I was like, yeah, si ella quiere like, como, like, tú dejas que tu señora que haga night girls, and I was like, night girls, no entiendo. Tu señora, tú la dejas que hace night girls. I was like, no sé qué es night girls. I might think it was like a movie or something.
Like a strip
So,
club.
so they're like, and then my dad and everybody's like, tú te pareces like you do let her do night girls. I was like, night girls, ¿qué es eso? Like, what is night girls? And they're like, tú sabes, cuando sale con sus amigas, nomás ellas. I'm like, do you mean girls' night out? I'm like, what the fuck? Do you mean girls' night out? And they're like, sí, esa chingadera. Night. They didn't know how to say girls' night out, so they'll be like, night girls. Night girls.
So that one time he came home from work and he goes, hey, you ain't allowed to have no more night girls. And I looked at him, I said, what? And he goes, night girls. And he goes, that's what my dad and what we'll call it, night girls. I let you go out on night girls. But they mean girls' night out. I was like, oh, I thought you meant that I'd go to a strip club. I don't go to no damn strip club. I was like, I be going to eat shit.
Last one. My brother was working at the landscaping. Well, my brother was working at the landscaping company, and my brother was he worked for Carnes and Arms in Mulberry. You know where that's at? The Carnes and Arms on Shepherd.
Yeah.
My brother, my dad, and my mom used to work there.
Oh my God.
And my brother, like, you know, he ended up there because my mom hooked it up. You know, when you Mexican, you hook it up.
Exactly.
You can put 100 applications, but if you know someone, you get the job.
You're going to get the
Yeah.
job.
So my brother was working there, and my brother, the Mexican guys told my brother, because I guess he was like picking up trash, and they were, he was picking up leaves, and they were telling my brother, hey, ten cuidado con las culebras. And my brother was like, what? Que tengas cuidado con las culebras. Hay culebras. My brother was like, I don't know. No, ¿qué es eso? Omar, las culebras. And he's like, tú sabes, los snacks. Los snacks. Tú sabes, los snacks. And my brother was like, los snacks. And then my brother's like, but when I seen he was doing his hands like this, I was like, my brother's like, me dice mi hermano, you mean snakes? Snakes? Sí, esa chingadera, tú sabes, snacks. And Omar's like, bro, I thought he was asking me for a snack. And like, ¿tú quieres un snack? ¿Quieres unos chetos, algo? And the guy's like, no, those pinches snacks. Ten cuidado con los snacks. And my brother's like, you mean snakes?
But you want to know what's so funny how fucking Mexicans have a word for everything?
They do.
And for
They do.
everything, they have a freaking word. I'm like, dude, there is no way. There is no way.
Like, you're just like, what in the world are they talking about right now? And
Oh.
then when they do like either a hand movement or they show you, you're like, oh my God, there's no way you just called it that way.
Okay, so now we're talking about this. I know you have a nickname with your family.
Oh my God.
What's the nickname? Can we hear your nickname?
Yes.
Exclusive.
It's either exclusive. Here we go. they call me, or well, I think they still do, because like I've still heard my dad call me, especially. He would always call me Prietita,
Oh.
and I would always be like,
no.
and it's because like I have like a darker like skin tone than my sisters. My sisters are pretty like much like lighter than me, and
I got one of those. Out of my
like
three
these?
daughters.
And I'm just like, yeah, okay, here we go.
Oh.
But yes, they always call me Prietita, or my mom always just calls me Betty, like stuff like that. But yeah,
Who are
that's
you
my
more closer
nickname.
to, your mom or your dad?
Oh my God, I feel like I'm both close to both of them.
Yeah.
I feel like I don't really like have like a favorite.
Mm-hmm.
But obviously my mom says I have more of a personality of my dad.
Oh.
I know. I'm just like, oh my God.
Oh, and now, because I know you said that you were the strict one. They were strict with you,
With
right?
me, yes.
So
Are you the oldest?
I am the oldest.
okay. So
Makes sense.
how do you feel like now that you're older? How do you feel your relationship with your well, I can say your mom, because my dad is lost in the world, whatever. But my mom, like me in the other way, like I feel like my mom and me have gotten a little bit more closer
Yes, I
as
will
we've
say
grown
that.
up, because it's like I know now that I'm a mom, now I know what she went through. Now I know, and she wasn't
Yes.
prepared,
No, I feel like parents are never prepared. I feel like parents don't come with instruction books. So it's like I feel like as growing up I had my ups and downs, and I feel like of course I probably give my mom and dad like ganas already, but like
Yeah.
it's like I feel like it's a process of like learning and stuff like that. But
Yes.
now that I'm a little bit older, I don't have any kids. But I feel like I understand her point of view on being like, you know what, she did that for my safety.
Yes.
Or she said no because of this, or she
Right.
said yes because of that.
Right.
I understand where she's coming from versus maybe back then I would take no as like, oh, she hates me.
Right.
She doesn't want me to go out. She doesn't want me to
have a good
this.
time.
Exactly. But it's like now coming to a realization of the real world, I'm just like, okay, I'm grateful for them saying no.
Yes.
I'm grateful for them having,
being the way they were.
Being the way they were. Más que nada, I feel like I mean, I also understand my dad's point of view on certain things where he would be like, oh, don't dress a certain way, or
Right.
don't talk a certain way, or
Right.
stuff like that. I feel like from a father's point of view, he's giving you like a man's point of view, how he would like look at you if you were to do certain
Right.
things.
Right.
So it's like I now appreciate the way my dad was raising me, or my sisters growing up, because it's like, okay, now I get it. Now I get where you're coming from.
Right.
Because I feel like if maybe I would have followed the steps that I was following, or whatever the case is, I feel like maybe I would have been in a different path than what I'm in now.
Right.
I feel like I probably wouldn't have been as, I guess, successful as I am now. I feel like I don't know where I would have been if it
Right.
were for them to be
Right.
as
But
strict as
those
they
those are
were.
the
Right.
morals they give you.
Exactly.
The morals. They're giving you, they're preparing you for the world.
Exactly.
So the same thing when I'm with my kids, like
That's what I was just gonna go into.
yeah,
like
my girls try to grow up too fast. I'm like, no,
And
you're not doing
that's
that.
what I was just gonna go into, because
You
you know
ain't
your
checking for the mail.
dad wanted you to grow up and dress a certain way, act a certain way, because that's the way he views. He wants you to be viewed in the world. And
Did you have a quinceañera?
I did. Oh my God, I'm so grateful, because like honestly, like I feel bad in a way, because it's like my parents were barely able to afford my quinceañera. When it came time to my sisters, like they didn't have the funds to like give them a quinceañera. So I feel very, very grateful that they were able to bring me that,
yeah,
and until this day, I'm always like so grateful for it, because it's like, even though at the beginning I didn't really want it, because of the fact of it being that I was very scared and I was very shy
and nervous.
and I was like, I'm gonna have to learn these steps for my
Oh
vals
my
and all this
gosh.
stuff.
That's a big one.
I was like, but at the same time, like I'm ready for it, like I've always liked the camera,
Right.
so it's like for me, the okay.
Go ahead. No, keep going.
What color was your dress?
What color was your dress?
My dress was gold with zebra, and it was like a like coffee tone, and I absolutely loved it. Like I said, I had a lot of padrinos and madrinas that put their little like gifts to me, and like the crown and like the dress and like the muñeca and all that stuff. So it's like I'm grateful for everybody that took part in my quince, because without them I feel like my quince wouldn't have happened, and it wouldn't have like been as like the great experience that it was.
They
So
made
it's
your-
like I really
They made your special day happen.
it did.
Yeah. And we, like we do that for a living, the quinceañera. So we see a lot,
Yeah.
like a lot. Like we see the good, the bad, the sad. We see a lot. And what was your quinceañera? Was it here in Florida or was it in Minnesota?
No, it was actually in Minnesota.
Yeah.
Yes.
Was it like a lot of people? Did a lot of people show up, or was it just
To be honest, it was quite a few people. I really did enjoy, everything that, was going on and stuff like that. Shout out to my prima that
Shout out, prima.
that taught me my vals, and she put a lot of hours into learning the dance and
Oh.
teaching me the dance and stuff like that. So I really do appreciate her help, because honestly, like, I was already thinking, like, how am I supposed to teach myself in all these chambelanes, you know? But yeah, she made it happen, and I'm very grateful for that as well. So
Man, that's beautiful. We're having a quinceañera. Our camera girl.
Before we go into quinceañera, guys, I had to take a potty break. Sorry, but I heard you say you had a zebra dress. Those were popping back then.
they were, oh my God.
The cheetah and
I
the
need to
zebra.
show you guys.
I need to see a picture because
Like,
I was like, no way she had the zebra print.
I really did,
Oh
guys.
my-
We're part-
Yes, girl. Yes, I remember.
like, you're gonna have to insert the picture
Yes.
somewhere, but like, and wear that
Show
shit,
it like that real quick
like
to the
this.
camera. Yes.
like, oh my God, swag days, guys. Like, and not even that, but the fact of it being that, like, I would be that type of person to have a quote over my picture. Like, this is one of them. It was like, we met for a reason. Either you're a blessing or a lesson.
Oh, period.
Like,
Them are bars.
See, like, yeah, like, I was that type of girl. Like, please. But
You were so cute.
thank you.
So now, do you have family down here right now? In here in Florida?
I actually do, and shout out to him because he better come out with me Saturday. But I have one cousin here, which is my dad's brother, that is here in Florida, and he has 2 kids, which is my
So
cousin.
they're your primo hermanos.
Yeah,
Yeah, basically.
first cousin.
Yeah,
Wait,
they're
what's
your
your
first
cousin's name?
Juan Ambris.
Is it Platanito guy?
El plátano.
Oh yeah, I know. Bro, can I be honest? Bro,
That's my
I think we
cousin.
talked about it last time. I think we were talking about it last time.
Yeah.
But his dad and your dad are like twins.
Yeah. Salud.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's my
crazy.
uncle. Yeah.
Well, I knew your cousin when he was like little
Oh my God.
because his family they do the decorations.
They do.
And-
Decoraciones Mireya.
Yeah, yeah.
Yes.
Shout out to them, and I knew that we knew them because we do events.
I knew Mireya since my Jaden, my oldest, was
Yeah.
in my womb.
But anyways,
Yeah.
but your cousin, he was little.
He was
Mhm.
little.
He was little.
He's such a, oh my God.
And now that I
silly man.
and now that I see him, he started popping off on TikTok.
He did.
Mhm.
He
He
started popping because he was like one of the first people on TikTok in this area.
Yeah.
He was like one of the first persons on TikTok. But he's one of, I follow him, he follows me. But yeah, that's dope. That's dope.
He has such like a very like funny personality. Even growing up, I feel like
He's funny. He's
he-
funny.
Is he
Oh my
like
God.
you? Good dude, you're fucking hilarious.
like I would literally
Yeah.
be like, there's no. A lot of people at school they would be like, there's no way he's your cousin. I was like, there is. Like, what are you guys talking about? And then they're like, well, I don't know, it's because you're very quiet.
Yeah.
But it's because like I would always show that side of me where it's like I'm very quiet. But I was like, but if you guys get to know me, I don't shut up.
Yeah, right. And I have the RBF face to begin
Yes,
with, but I'm
exactly.
cool.
What's your cousin's name again?
I think it's el plátano ca, if I'm not mistaken. On
how to spell plátano. I'm so
What?
Hey, put plátano for me
Oh
there.
my god.
I think the only reason
Dude,
why I know
he-
how to spell out plátano is because el alfa, like he always says like one worded things and he repeats them like
That's him.
consistently.
That's him. El plátano cut. Oh yeah, dude. He has this video that makes me fucking laugh, and I'm gonna show it right now. This video is fuck. I'm gonna post it down here, but I'm gonna put the audio right here.
Tengo más pito en el jugo. Digo, tengo más limón en el tengo, no, está bien pinche sécate, pinche limón.
Bro, 7 million views on that video. That shit has me fucking laughing.
Oh my god, I'm not gonna lie, like
Remember him when he said,
Yes.
no.
Hold on.
Tengo más pito en el jugo. Digo, tengo más limón en el
Hey, that should look good.
No,
I
está
ain't
bien
gonna
pinche
lie.
sécate, pinche limón.
Bro, all right. Hey, shout out to my boy. El plátano cut 69. So he had to do 69.
he had to.
All
He's
right, this
such a
one.
trip.
This was funny as fuck too.
You know what makes me mad? When you ask someone what time it is and they say 9:15. Bitch, say it's 8:75. When you ask someone what time it is and they say 9:15.
I'm telling you.
Say it's 8:75.
he was just like, I don't know, like every single time I was around him, he was just the life of the party. Like he would always, okay, so this is a true story here. I had went to the beach barely when I had moved here to Florida sophomore year. And I had went to the beach y me quemé like bastante. Like I was like, whatever. And like I remember we used to be like right there in that like neighborhood together and stuff like that. And I remember he would always like have us go over to his place or whatever, and I would just be like, Juan, like, let's do something, whatever. And then I remember this one time we were outside and the lights were off and everything. He's like, Betty, I can't find you. And I was like, Juan, stop being stupid, I'm right here. And then he's like, no, it's because you look so dark, like from the beach. Like you match the darkness. Like, shut up.
And she fell for it. She's like, I'm right here.
Like, what? I'm right here.
I'm right here.
And I thought that he was gonna say something like, "Oh, it's because you're short, no te veo," or whatever. And I'm just like,
No.
"Wow, Juan." I was like, "Shut up," and I was just like, "I hate it." And
Bro, so you burn easily.
I burn very easily.
Bro, hey, we brown brothers.
I'm telling you,
Bro, I
like,
burn so bad. Bro,
Her
This is not
and
my-
him and her.
hey,
I'm
hey,
in the sun for
burn.
like 5 seconds, and you can already see the line
Bro.
of me. I'm like, how in the world?
bro, me followers, I'm not this dark.
It's like the
Bro,
sun did some damage.
I burn so, my daughter, hey, my camera woman, we burn
I
bad.
love it.
Bro,
Yes, and I remember also one time for school we were on the bus, like we were going up to the to get on top of the bus or whatever, and then tell me how he was in front of me, and then he turns around and he's like, Betty, do you want me to tell you something? I have a secret. And I was like, yeah, what's up? And then he's like, damn, I love the way your mustache matches the color of your
Oh
eyes.
my
I was
God.
like, shut up, bro. Like, and this
just be
is in
talking
the
shit to
morning. I'm just like, bro, you have nothing else better to say? Like, get out. I was like, get on top of the bus. Like, shut up. Like, not today. And then, like, oh my God, he would always be like saying like these jokes and stuff like that. I remember that also the first day of school. He scared the shit out of me because he told me like, okay, I come from a very small school. Like I
Right.
come from like not, he's already laughing over there. He's like, I already know what he's I come from a very small school. Like it's just like, I didn't really know much about people and stuff like that.
Right.
So he tells me, he's like, hey Betty, do you want to know something? I was like, what? And then he's like, you got to be careful around the school. And I was like, why? And then he's like, because there are times where people will just randomly fight you. And I'm like, oh shit. I'm like, oh my God. Like, and keep in mind, this is the first day of school. Like, I'm just like, damn, I'm already like,
this doesn't
I
happen
had,
in
like,
Minnesota.
it doesn't. And I already had a huge backpack. Like, I had everything up in there. I had like notebooks, color pencils,
So
markers,
you were the one that
like,
had everything
Hey,
on the first day of
so
school.
you were looking for a fight.
Oh.
You were looking to get punched in the face. Now I know what he's
this
saying.
bitch carrying? like literally, like if you were to look at the size of the backpack and me, the backpack would be much bigger. Like, like I'm not even playing with you. Like
We're
my
gonna
backpack
rob
was
her.
like this, like extended. Like it was like up here.
And I bet your cousin that was already from here, he had like a piece.
Bro,
he
notebook
literally
and
had a
paper.
notebook, and
Bro,
that's it in
Bro,
his backpack.
So, all right, so here's something about Florida. Don't tell me you bought everything on the school supply list.
I really did.
We don't do that down here. We never
an
do.
extra, because I was
No.
like, just in case, quien sabe, you never know, right?
Hey, ask my daughter. We don't do that down here.
No.
You buy a folder. You just buy paper and pencil. That's all you
That's
need.
all you need.
No, I literally bought everything off
Oh, that's
the
why
list.
he
Hey,
told you
what did he
that.
tell you?
What
He
he
said
said-
someone's gonna fight you.
So he's like, so you better be careful. And I was like, damn, okay, I'm gonna have to be careful now. And then so tell me how like the bells were ringing and I had no idea what that was. Like I was like, what in the world is going on? There's a fire drill. I was just like, I better like run, like.
I'm so fucking dead.
The bell's ringing. It's a fire truck.
I was just like, I have no idea what's going on right now. And then so tell me how it was a first.
Okay.
Okay with that.
So tell me how basically there's the thing, the fire drill, whatever. And I was just like, oh my God, like I don't know what I'm gonna do right now. Like, like it was first period and they're like, you have to go out in the mall. And I was just like, I went out into the thing or whatever, and then another bell rings, but I guess it was just like a warning of telling you that the break had officially started or whatever.
It's two
So,
bells.
so tell me how I walk back into the classroom, and then the teacher's looking at me like, you don't want your break? And I was like, oh, we have a break? And then he's like, yeah, you can go outside and interact with people. And I was just like, oh, I was like, yeah, I guess I'll step out. So
Can I just stay in here?
So here I go, según yo, apresurada. Like, I'm just like, I don't know where I'm going. I don't know who I'm going. Like, I don't know where my
But still
cousin's
playing
at.
it cool.
But
Like,
still playing it cool. Like, I was, like, I knew what I was doing. So tell me how all of a sudden I feel my backpack lift up. And I was like, what my cousin was talking about. I was like, they're going to fight me.
He was right.
He was right. I was like, I wonder who it is that's trying to fight me. And like, so he lifts my backpack and he drops it out, but I didn't know it was him, right? And I was just like, no, don't hurt me. Don't hurt me. Please don't hurt me. When I tell you, he was like, Betty, calm down. It's just me. I was like, wow, Juan. I was like, forget you. Like, forget you.
oh my god.
Oh my god, I cannot tell you, like, that kid right there. It's just like, he would always make me smile no matter
Aw.
what. Like,
I wanted to ask the juicy question, but I just didn't know how to
I
come
wanted-
about it.
I wanted to ask you,
yo,
but
like
I want.
I said, I'm an open book. Ask all the juicy questions
Okay.
que pueden.
Okay, listen.
Because, like, quién sabe para la siguiente.
Right. So I was
Like,
gonna ask you.
I'm acomodándome.
I know
She's like,
that
here he goes. Here he goes.
the videos and that the post that you post for your Instagram as you a model, you show a lot of stuff, right? So my
juiciness.
right, a lot of juiciness. That's you look good. I'm not gonna lie.
I'm gonna cover my ears.
But I'm gonna ask like the most question that I wanted to ask. You posting that, have you ever gotten any kind of like request to do like an OnlyFans, or how do you feel about OnlyFans?
Is it creepy?
Hello.
Is it like nasty?
we unleashed it. We unleashed it, guys.
So basically with OnlyFans, I do get requested a lot for it.
Right.
Like girls and guys, okay.
Okay.
Whoa.
I know.
It's okay, no, because Bere, you're sexy, Bere.
Thank you.
You
Thank you.
know?
I do get requested a lot. I guess I don't know how, but there are times where like they say that I guess my pictures get viewed by like agencies that are already working with OnlyFans and stuff like that, and they want to bring me on. But I don't know how I feel about it. I feel mixed emotions about it.
Because you come from like a really, like you said, strict Mexican household.
I really
So
do.
it's weird, like, bro. Once you post some shit, bro, it's out there, bro.
And I feel like your mom and dad are already okay with the point that you post what you post,
yeah.
right? But that would be a whole. But I also heard that OnlyFans is not only what you think it can be.
Exactly. So like honestly, if I'm being honest with you, there was or in my head, there was a point where I was like, you know what, maybe I could do OnlyFans, but only post what I kind of want to show, kind of like what I've already been showing,
right?
But I mean, who knows? My mind might change later on and be like, I might go full blown on. No, just kidding. But like, but it's
Hey,
like,
I'll subscribe. I was kidding.
but it's like you just never know.
Right,
Your
right.
your mentality changes and stuff like
Right.
that. But I just feel like as of right now, what I'm doing, I wouldn't really think about doing OnlyFans. I just like the tastefulness of what I post out there.
Right.
A little bit of like classiness yet sexy.
Yes.
But it's like I don't know. I don't know if I would actually be posting something like that. Only because of the fact of it being that I actually think about it. And I'm like, how will my parents see me?
Yes,
just like
yes.
I don't know. Like, what if maybe the photos get leaked somewhere or whatever? I just feel like
shit.
I don't know. I just feel like I said, I have really mixed emotions about that. I just
Can I tell you my perception of the man?
yeah, please.
Do what makes you feel good. Do what makes
Yeah.
you feel right, and do what makes you feel nice. And all of that spice. I was like, okay.
And you
Go
wanna
with the
know-
bars. Go with the bars. No, but I'm saying no, but it's like,
cántale.
but no, me like I don't want to be like, oh yeah, post it. Yeah, like no, dude, bro, do what feels right.
Yeah.
That's all I can say. Do what feels right, and the woman
But
body.
I feel like how you're growing your content, you want to be unique, you want to be classy, you want to be yet sexy, but you know, you also want to carry that moral. You know, you don't want
Yes.
people to think of you. And no offense to anybody that has
No
OnlyFans. You know, that's balls. That's balls. That takes balls to do.
Exactly,
You know what I'm
'cause
saying?
Yo
Because
todavía la pienso.
right,
And that's
right,
the
me-
reason why. It's
right,
just
right.
like,
Me thinking of it right now is like, oh my god, like. Oh, me being in front of this camera is like, oh my god, right now, you know. But it's like, but I get it, because it's like right now it's working for you. You're growing, or your platform on Instagram. You're
Yes.
a beautiful person inside and out, you know, and anybody would want to see you wherever you go.
Yes, I
You
just
know?
feel like there are times where, like, I ain't gonna lie, especially the ones that I recently posted of my photos, I got some wild DMs.
God damn.
I'm just like, I was not prepared for all that, but okay. You know, and most of the time I don't open my DMs because of the fact of it being like, you know, a little bit, sometimes people get a little bit out of hand.
Right.
Or sometimes it's things they say, I'm just like, oh, that's what you would do to me? Like, whoa,
Right.
like, hold up.
Right.
Like, you know, like, it's crazy things that I'm just like, what were you
How
thinking
do
while
I
you're typing
respond?
this?
Can I say something?
We
Can I say,
know?
'cause I have sister-in-laws. I'm just saying this because I have sister-in-laws.
Yes.
And I have girl cousins, and I have whatever. And honey, cover your fucking ears. And they be telling me that they get like deep pics, you know?
Yeah, oh my god.
And I'd be like, dude, to me, that is fucking crazy. And they're like, oh yeah, I get like deep pics all the time. And I'm like, dude, what the fuck?
Like why? Like, you know?
Honestly, I don't know why they do that, but I honestly like that's another major reason why I stopped adding people on my Snapchat.
Okay.
Was because after, like, I would be posting things on Instagram and like I would put my username for people to add me on Snapchat, they would add me. And so, like, me sometimes, like, you know how you normally send like a picture or whatever and you click on it or whatever, so I would sometimes be clicking on them and I'll be like, oh, I did not need to see that.
Right,
like,
right,
I did not
right.
request it. I'm sorry,
Right.
but
No,
I
I'm
did
just
not ask for
interested,
that.
no.
Bro, that's fucking disgusting. It
I'm
is
just like,
disgusting.
no.
And I just feel like, dude, I don't know. I'm going to predict something right now. I feel like people doing that right now is going to be a crime in the future. Because you're fucking traumatizing people like that.
Well, yeah, I mean,
In a
you're sending
way.
them like pictures of yourself and you're dingling.
Cover your ears. No, but it's like you're not even
I'm
asking
sorry,
for
but it's like
is it,
you're not
it-
even
like,
giving my consent
look,
to give that.
listen.
Like, what makes you think that I want to
No.
see your
No,
dingling through
but
my camera?
no, but the thing is, like, people are like, oh, Tony, you're a sellout. You gonna sell? No, bro, I'm not a sellout, bro. Like, I got 3 daughters. I don't want none of that shit for my kids. If you're doing that shit, I don't know, bro. That's like some cyber sexual harassment, bro.
Unless I request it,
Yeah.
you're more than welcome to. You know, if I'm telling you, hey, mándame algo because
You
I
wanna-
want to see it.
Right. You want to know that
Dámelo, but mientras, please keep
Don't
it to
send it to me.
yourself.
Right.
Because I'm not.
me and Tony's been together since we were 14
Kids.
years old,
Uh,
in 7th grade. Not one time and he can be my test.
We've been
I've
together for almost
never
20 years.
Ever sent him a nude of mine,
Or me.
or him a nude of me, him a nude of
Yes.
himself to me.
I ain't gonna lie, I did because I'm a little slut.
You know, well, one time he did, but it was like because I asked for it. You know, we hadn't seen each other in a long
She
time.
made me-
You know what I'm
she's
saying?
like-
you
she's
know, and
like-
I asked for
she's
it.
like,
yes.
Send it to me, and I'm like, I don't want to.
You know,
He's like,
and
"I'm
it was-
shy."
right? And it was like that, but it's like never have I ever sent a nude fully of me to Tony.
Because
Like,
once you put, like you said, like once it's in social media, it's out there.
It's
Once
out
you
there.
put that-
You really have to make sure that you actually trust that person to
Yeah.
not actually like have them, you know, show anybody else or have you out there like, oh yeah, I got this picture from her, you know, stuff
Right.
like that. It's like I feel like you really have to have that like trust in that person to be able to even do anything like that. And even then, you never know. Like you guys might end on bad terms, and then what? You know,
right?
So it's like you always have to maintain that mentality. Of like,
But that's
if
that's
we don't
right,
end
and that's
up
one thing
working
that
out, then
I'll-
what?
right, and
You
then
know?
that's one thing I always tell my girls all the time. I'm like, yeah, you may like boys here and there. I was like, it's okay to like boys. That's natural. I was like, you respect your body. You never
Yes.
show them pictures of yourself because. How about if you guys were to leave each other? What is he gonna say? Oh, she sent me a picture of this and this and that. You know,
and another thing too, I'm all about woman body empowerment.
Yeah.
That's all I'm about. So what I literally respect about you, you're saying is like, I've been getting requests about it, doing it. I might not. It's just like, and I respect that. I respect that because you could be right. Oh, fuck that. I ain't gonna do that shit. Like all those people on there can be this and this and that. But you were like, I don't know. I've been getting requests. Like it's just something. I don't know.
Yeah, it's a more situation where you kind of have to think of it fully to the point of it being like, okay, if I am gonna be putting myself out there like that, what exactly is it that I want to be putting out,
There
or what
you go.
exactly is it that I want to be showing people?
There you go.
Because not even that, but I mean, you know, hopefully, and I dream of it. Hopefully, I do get married. Because I'm gonna be at the altar, shocked as
You will
everybody
one
else,
day,
like,
girl. And I'm gonna be there. I'm like, oh
I
my
can't
God.
believe I'm here getting married, guys. But it's like I would only want like my husband to like be able to see me like in that deeper
Yes,
connection.
yes.
You know,
Yes.
yes, I know I post lingerie,
Yes.
but it's like I want you to be able to see me as my true vulnerable self and only you. Like I want you to see that, and that's gonna be your like
for your
honor
eyes
of
only.
like seeing
Dude, that's
me
beautiful.
Right.
That's
the
beautiful.
way
That's
that
beautiful.
God brought
Yes.
me here. You know,
Right.
Yes.
Right.
like birthday suite. Here we go. What you
birthday
want? But
Dude.
it's like,
Hey,
but
ma-
it's like only you, only your eyes. You
Right.
know.
Dude, imagine if you do make an OnlyFans and you're cooking. Guys, this is how I do my makeup.
Whipping it up.
Hey, this is how I make pancakes. Wait, guys, subscribe if you want me to see do this eyebrow. I already did that eyebrow, but if you want me to see do this eyebrow, subscribe
Knowing
right
me,
now.
I would honestly do it OnlyFans for my crazy awkward stories.
Dude, that would be awesome.
That would
That
be
is a great
so
idea.
fucking
That is a great idea.
awesome.
That is a great idea.
You know,
They
you
would be
need-
listening to the 10-minute waiting at the gas station like that. That's my OnlyFans right there.
But man,
Oh my God.
well, you know what? I'm glad we asked that because that's
Yes.
I wanted to ask, but I don't want to be a fucking.
Me neither.
asshole.
I was like, should I ask that? No. Should I?
And the
ask
reason
that?
is not because us being chismosos, because that's what the listeners
They
and
want
the
to
viewers
hear,
and they want to know.
And they've always been wanting to know. I ain't gonna lie. They would always be like, "Hey, can you please answer the question? Hey, can you answer the question?"
Yeah.
And I would always like, I would see the question, but I'd be like, I ain't gonna answer you.
Yeah.
So besides the
yeah.
OnlyFans, what's another
question that you get asked a lot frequently?
Oh, if I can send feet pics.
What the? That's
Yeah.
that's real.
Yeah.
That's like really real.
I always get asked.
Betty, why don't you
can
make a
you-
career out of that?
I know, right? should
Girl,
just
I
be
would.
like-
Girl, I would be your profession now. Like, give me those feet, girl.
Not even that, but there are some people that like get a little bit more awkward, and they're like, "Send me your underwear." I'm
Oh,
just like,
no.
no. I'm sorry.
No, we don't do that, baby. We don't do that over here.
Dude.
We should send fake
Dude,
pics.
the
That's
fi-
all.
the fake
no,
pics like,
sir.
¿para qué quieres
No.
fotos de mis patas? Huelen a patas.
Excuse me.
That's what I've always heard like, oh my god, this dude's a feet fetish. Why? Huelen a patas.
Really? Because yesterday
I'm
I
telling
got home
you.
from work and my feet were. I knew they smelled because I was sweating in them, and I took them off. And my daughter was like, "I seen her, the camera girl. She moved up, and I was like, why is she moving up for?" And she got near my little daughter, and she started smelling her feet. She goes, "Mommy, I don't want to be mean, but your feet stink." I was like, "Baby, I know." I said, "Those are hard working feet right there."
You're like, don't mind me.
Right. I was like, let me go wash them. That's why I was like, when people want feet fetish, I'm like, why you want to look at my toes?
Huelen like
Oh my
patas.
god, for real.
Literally,
like, it's so awkward.
It
Like
gets
I'm
so
just
in
like,
between.
That's fucking weird, man.
I'm just like, no, I'm sorry. But yeah, I get asked that those questions a lot. Bless you. Bless you.
I don't know what that was, but,
But I
bless
feel
you.
like I don't know. I get
Okay.
asked like a lot of weird questions sometimes. Like that's one of them. Of course, like are you gonna like OnlyFans, send feet pics, send your underwear? Like
That's
I don't
so
know. Like it's
crazy.
just so crazy things that people be saying sometimes. Like I'm just like, like honestly, if I were to look at my DMs, the request. Y'all would be surprised. 'cause
yeah,
I'm just
no.
like, we're
Let's
not
just
gonna go down
we'll
that
keep that for another day.
another juicier day.
Another juicier day for that
Another
one.
topic.
Right.
Oh yeah.
But listen, guys. I think we're
We
finna-
surpassed our time.
I think we're at 2 hours. But
Y'all are gonna
guys,
be editing for a while.
That's
no,
okay.
that's fine, man. Big shout out to my dog, my sister, Berenice.
Mhm.
Thank you. Thank
the
you.
first
Yes,
time-
thank you so much.
The first time she was on here, she was like,
Yeah, if you guys play I'm telling you, if you guys play the
Yes.
first little clip, I'm like,
I think that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna put a cut like with your picture to begin with the first one, and then now,
You're like
you know.
yo hago videos, pero siempre hablo en los videos, and I was like, oh my god, dude, bro. But if you looked at an episode, I feel like as us, we have grown también.
Yes, you guys
Because
have,
when you were
honestly.
on, we were fucking nervous
Yes.
because you were our biggest guest. I've
Yes.
never said
Aw,
that, and I'm
thank
gonna say it right now.
you.
You were our
Thank
biggest
you.
guest,
Yes.
and all we have heard is great and amazing things about you. How humble you are,
Thank you.
how of a great person you are. And when you came on the show, I was like, damn, dude, like, yes, she's a model. Yes, she has
But she's
more
so
than
much
100,
right.
more than
She's
100
so
times
much
followers.
more
but
than a
but that's
model.
not who she is.
No.
That's her work.
No. Yes.
She is a person, and she is fucking dope, bro. And when you came to our pause and you bless us,
Thank you.
dude, you were
Thank
like,
you.
you were fucking dope, bro. Me and my wife, we were like, oh my god, like, we
Well,
don't
I
know
was
how to
so
deal
scared.
with this.
Like, yeah, I was so scared, like, to deal. Like, I was like, oh my god, she's a model. I was like, I don't know nothing about that. I was like, oh, let's see how it goes.
Dude, even.
But I was so nervous to meet you. But like, knowing you as a person, knowing you for this long, following you on Instagram,
Thank
following
you.
you, throughout your journey from when I first met you, when I first knew about you, I fell in love with the person that you are,
Yes.
because you're just
Thank
so much
you.
more than a model. You're so much more than an influencer, because that's what you are on on Instagram, is an influencer.
Thank
and
you.
to me, you're like my friend, my sister. I love
Quiere
you.
llorar,
You
quiere
know,
llorar.
you're just so sweet.
Bring the tissue.
Right, you're just so sweet, and I love you for that. And I love you for
Thank
thank
you.
you
But
for
and
giving
thank
us
you
the
for giving the
opportunity.
opportunity. Yes.
Yes, to be on the show with us, and for you bringing your platform to us. I really
Thank
appreciate
you.
that.
Thank
Well,
you.
guys, thank you again, and once again, man, shout out to Big
Yes,
Berenice.
Berenice.
And
you.
we love you guys. Thank you for listening.
Yes, and make sure you go like, subscribe, and follow to Berenice.
And if you want to ask her about,
Oh yeah. Oh, can
Big
you
question.
mind signing our wall
I honestly,
for
I would
us,
love
please?
to. As soon as I seen you guys were letting people sign, I was like,
Yes, you have to sign our
bro,
wall.
you're the OG on the pod, bro.
Yes,
You're the
you
OG
have
on
to
the
sign
pod.
our wall.
No,
But
thank
yes, yes.
you.
Thank you guys. Everybody, thank you for tuning in.
Yes, thank
love you guys, and good night.
Good night. We'll see y'all later. Aga Ruidoo out.
I got it.
because they could never.
Cause they could never.
Tradition, sign the wall. Nice.
Yay!
Dude, that is fire. Oh my god. And it's gold. That's the only gold one on here.
Oh,
Thank you so much.
I'm Thank you.
Que se escuche ese ruido, que se escuche ese ruido. Let me hear you make some noise. Let me hear you make some noise. Aga Ruidoo. Aga Ruidoo. Aga Ruidoo. Aga Ruidoo.